Hey there and welcome to Storytime! Yeah, it's that time of the week again, it's Saturday, so time for Storytime. And first of all, let me say thank you all for the great support on this series. It's just amazing, the amount of views I get, the likes I get, the comments, it's just awesome. I really love doing Storytime, and you know, I would love to do Storytime the whole time, to be my only series and stuff like that, but I don't know, I would run out of stories very fast. It's just okay, so thank you, it's amazing. I really love doing Storytime, and that's kind of the thing why I love doing YouTube. Yeah. But let's get over here to Storytime. So this time I'm going to talk about my experiences with racism. As you know, I'm from Germany, so racism is still kind of a weird deal here in Germany. You can't be racist in Germany. You can't be openly racist in Germany. That's impossible. If you say something like, I think the Jews are overreacting. Let's just say something like that. You will be burned. It's it's horrible. Or another ridiculous thing is, if there's, let's say there is a, I don't know, a guy from from Russia, let's just say that, and he's beating up someone. He's beating up let's just say a normal German. It sounds weird, but I hope you know what I mean. So if he's beating up someone, and you say, you shouldn't do that, then, oh, you're racist? And then, what? And then, I'm Russian, and you say, I'm not allowed to beat him up, so you are racist. What? What are you, a Nazi? And that's everything. Every time that happens, it's ridiculous. You know, you can't. It's just living in Germany just means if you say something to someone from the wrong race, that sounds weird, I know, but if you say something like that, you are always a racist and you're a Nazi. It's people are so fast with that label, it's ridiculous. So, the first time I actually came in contact with racism was with my grandmother. But let me just explain that. My grandmother wasn't that big of a racist, but she was born in, I think, 1930, so yeah, she was very young when all the Nazi stuff started. And of course she was born in the Third Reich, so yeah. Of course she grew up in this system, and you probably can imagine, if someone grows up in such a system, you just adapt to the system. She never, I can't really confirm that, but she never said something bad about Jews, and I don't think she ever had something against Jews. But she was very afraid of, people from Russia and people from, or black people, that stuff, or Asians. She was very afraid of those people, and she always thought they were violent and they were evil and stuff like that. It's just, that's the kind of thinking that you get if you grow up in a system like that. So, of course, she wasn't that super racist, but of course she was a little bit racist. Because let's just imagine like this: in Germany we don't have the word nigger, we have the word neger, which basically means the same. It's just a German thing. We exchange the E with an E. Damn it. Okay, you know what I mean. Sorry, ridiculous. I can't pronounce that right now. So yeah, we have this word, and I was shopping with my grandmother, of course with my mother and father too. I was very young back then, and we saw a black guy that was pretty unusual. We grew up on the I grew up on the France border, so black people weren't that, that normal there. That sounds so weird. So it just was an irregular thing to see a black person. It just was. So yeah, we were shopping, and there was a black person, and my grandmother just went to my mother and just said, "Hey, is that a nigger over there?" Of course he said in German, and yeah, you can imagine the amount of embarrassment we all felt. It's just I saw the face of my mother and my father. They just, went completely red, and they wanted to, dissolve in the ground or stuff like that. They just wanted this moment to go away. It was ridiculous. It's so it's so racist, but yeah, my grandmother didn't knew it any better, and so yeah, that was the first time I came in contact with racism, and that was of course that wasn't the only occasion. It's just, you know, she didn't like other nations and stuff like that, and she actually always said that we needed another war, but that's a whole different story. So yeah, okay, the next thing that happened was when I was in school. I had a little bit of trouble because my family originates, yeah, whatever, from France. So yeah, of course, you can't tell the difference between a German and a French person. French person? That sounds weird. But yeah, you can't tell the difference. We are both white, we are both, I don't know, we are just Middle European people, so you can't tell the difference, you know what I mean. But the thing is, Germans don't like French people that much. It's weird. And I grew up on the French border, but on the German side, and it was just horrible to grow up there. People were always making jokes of French people, and it was... I didn't like it, and they were like, you know, you French guys, you never won a war, you always smell bad, the only thing you eat is cheese. Where do these stereotypes come from? I don't even know. It's when I was younger, I didn't like cheese that much, so what? But yeah, it's just, you know, I would have loved the positive stereotypes, like you're from France, you gotta be a great lover, you gotta be great in bed, you gotta get all the chicks, you know? That would be awesome, but yeah, you never get that. So yeah, so in school it was kind of horrible, but it was okay, so I got over it. But there was one time I was actually I was growing up in a town that had a very high rate of, you know, still guys that believed in the Nazi creed. You know, you call them neo-Nazis here in Germany. So there are very, very many of them. It was horrible. So there was this one evening I went home. I was a little bit older then, maybe 18 or 19. And yeah, I was walking home and I was at a train station, and there was this guy, he was maybe from India or something like that, and he was beaten up from 3 neo-Nazis. It was just horrible. And yeah, I went in there and I told them they should stop, they should go away. It was a stupid move, to be honest, a stupid move. And yeah, I got beat up too. I had no chance against 3 of them, and you know, the only bad thing was the guy from India actually, you know, went for it. He just ran away while they were dealing with me, and he was off the hook. So that was kind of a bad move from him. Asshole. But yeah. So yeah, that was my second or third... No, that was my third time that I got in contact with racism. And the next thing was I was moving into a new apartment in the town I was going to study computer sciences. So this happened only about 1 year ago. 1.5 years maybe ago. I had a neighbor. She was from Russia, I think. She, you know, she spoke a language that sounded like Russian. I can't tell the difference between, you know, Russian and Polish language. Is it called like that? You know, all these languages up there, the Slavic languages. I can't tell the differences between them. But yeah, she was speaking something like that, and she always called me. Yeah, she always said to me that I'm an asshole and I'm an immigrant. I should go back to France. I don't belong here in Germany. But the thing is, my German is actually very good. You can't really, you know, hear that I'm not from Germany. And her German was just bad. You could so hear that she was from Russia, or you know what I mean. So I never understood why I should leave the country I was living in for 20 years, and yeah, she would be allowed to stay if she didn't even properly speak the language. I never understood that point. And why would she even force me out of a country I was living in as a immigrant, and she was living in as an immigrant too? I don't get that. But yeah, so it was horrible times. She was always, you know, mad at me, and she was always insulting me. It was, I hated that woman after a while. So Yeah, I think that was my experience in the short. There were a couple of more things, but I'm already talking for 10 minutes, so I will just end this episode here. Yeah, if you have any experience with racism, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will respond to it. And I hope you enjoyed this little episode of Storytime. And as I said before, I'm so grateful for all the support. And I'm just keep on talking. I hate it. I should probably make this episodes about 3 minutes long. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, leave your own experience with racism and all that jazz in the comment section below. Leave a rating, it will really help me out. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Hit it really hard. So yeah, that was it. I'm iLostLink, signing out.